So I'm doing some spring cleaning here, and I went through all of these closets and I found all of these really interesting things that I thought maybe you'd be interested to see as well. It gives you an idea of where I come from and my background. So the first thing I guess I found was these old bills from Israel. Look at that. I mean, these are so old. Okay, I'm going to talk about. Yeah, Bank Israel, 50 lirot. You see, it's actually called lirot. Now it's called shekel, but lirot comes from lira, you know? So imagine how old this is, right? So we have more. Bank Israel, 100 lirot. Crazy, man. Crazy. Now we have things, it changed. And I remember when this change happened, 100 shekel. So now it's 100 shekel. And then I have from the Central Bank of Iraq. Maybe not something I should be showing. But someone gave it to me. I didn't actually pursue it. And this, look at this, it's all corroded here. But this is me as a kid. When I went to Disney World, they did these like profile portraits. Isn't that cool? Yeah, well, that's me as a kid. I don't have quite as much hair as that picture. And this is me at the tombs of some of the holiest rabbis in Israel in Tzfat. You know, the Ariya Kadosh, I've mentioned him before. And I don't know if that's Moshe Cordovero's tomb or not. But look at me. Look at that coat. I mean, I would never wear that again. But yeah, I mean, these are, wow. I mean, that's what, 1990 maybe? Yeah, wow. That was during the time that I was having, you know, sort of that crisis. And then when I lived in Israel previous to that, in the 80s, I was collecting stamps. And I have all of these stamps here. Some of them are probably worth quite a bit. A lot of them are from the USSR, back in the day. Yeah, and I have a lot of American ones too. Actually, some that might actually be worth something. So it's interesting. Oh, look at that. Lenin. Yeah. Isn't that crazy? It's amazing what you find. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Guess who that is? The one who wrote the manifesto himself. Yeah, so there's tons of these. So, and I found a bunch of notebooks. And look at this. Look, I am such an artist, right? I mean, Picasso, move the fuck over, okay? I am like completely replacing Picasso here. I am so bad. I'm just not someone who can draw, but look, I mean, you can see it. It's a bird, a cat. I think that was me. Maybe, I think. I don't know. Well, it certainly looks like the hair that I had back then. Another animal, Zach Van Doggen. That was my dog. In a tree with a hole in it. I'm not sure what that's about. And I don't know. Some of these look like drawings that could have been in like the PGM, right? Yeah, that's so cool. So, and here's something that I found, because I have many notebooks, you know, many more notebooks and notepads from my really like my early days. Sorry, my table is so like dirty. I'm trying to clean it out. I'm actually doing a complete cleaning. I'm gonna have people come in and clean it, but for now, this is what I'm doing right now. So, look at this. This was a notepad that I was taking notes when I was studying Hinduism. This had to be maybe 1988 or like 89. And look what I write here. Shiva was caught fucking Parvati. I mean, can you believe it? I mean, shit. You know, but I had a lot of this stuff, you know, and I have tons of these. I mean, it's just tons of them. And then I got a little bit more, I guess, mature, and I'm writing The Non-Duality of the Soul. And at first I had it as the self and then as the soul, because, you know, I was trying to understand what all that was, you know. But just some of these things. And then I had like notes from my trading days, you know. And you see like futures price patterns. And this is like from way back, you know. During my trader days. Crazy stuff. You know, and talking about my trader days, I found Trader Magazine. This was, what year was this? 2008, yeah. This is when I was at Merrill Lynch. Yeah, wow. I don't even think they create this magazine anymore. And then it had like an insert. The Cigar Report. I was not big into the cigar scene. My brother was, though, but I was not. But look at this image. He's like, he's the trader. He has the beautiful wife, and they're drinking wine, and they're certainly discussing cigars, aren't they? But, yeah, I mean, this was like, wow, blast from the past. So let's see what else we got here. Oh, yeah. This was during that time, see, 91, during the time that I was going through that hardship where I thought that the occult was, that caused, you know, my father's disease, which it didn't. But look at this. I mean, it says, please, Lord, protect me from the evil spirit that enters one when he sins. I mean, I was like completely immersed in that, you know, and that was a tough time for me. Let's see what else we got here. Okay. This says Tzava, that means will, and this was my grandmother's will, on my father's side, Siona Havizi. My father had since changed his name twice since that time. You see, that's her signature. She was illiterate, so she wrote in her own way. And this was, you see, Tel Aviv. What year was this? Let's see what year. Yep, there we go, 1967. And this was her will back in the day. You see, we have the stamp, official stamp, in Hebrew, Arabic, and English. M. Stein. Steins, I guess, because look, there's a, oh no, that's a nun, that's fine. M. Stein, yep. So then I found other stuff. My first phones, some of my first phones, not from the 90s. Well, from the early 2000s, right? Look at this. Oh my God, can you imagine? How cool is that? I can't believe it. I actually found these. The reason why I didn't throw them away is because I have like pictures of my dogs on them, dogs that have since passed. Let's see what else we got here. Pinkas Chaver. What this is essentially, it's not a passport, but it's like it's a pass book that vouched for your adherence or membership in the Israeli health system. Because remember, it's a fairly socialized system. But this is my father's. Look at this. Oh my God. It's so, like, old. Look at this. Hold on, I'll get to it. And there he is, my father. Back in the day. Wow. Look at that. Born 1936. His name, his mother's name, his father's name. And this was 1954 or It says here 951, but in either case, it's in the 50s. And he has since changed his name a million times since then, so crazy stuff. Crazy. Let's see what else we got here. That's my grandmother on my father's side. I knew her for at least 10 years of my life. She died in 1983. And there's my father. She's holding his picture. She's in Israel at this point, and he's in the States at that point. And she was a strong, eminent woman, let me tell you. So let's see what else we got here. And there is my father with me. Look at me. Oh my God. I'm like, wow. Can you imagine? But that's me and my father. And I was like, what? A year old? Isn't that crazy? Wow. So crazy. Let's see what else we got here. These are my dogs, back in the day. It's a long time ago. I got him from Israel, actually. He's a native New Yorker, this one. Yeah, but look, I had like all sorts of weird shit in the background, right? Like a little King Tut. And that was Ganesh in the back there. Yeah, wow. Let's see what else I got. And this was my room in the 80s. Look at all the hair bands. Look at that. I think that was Cinderella. Can't tell. Is that, what is that? Is that Metallica? I can't tell. Yeah, and they're like right behind here. I had like this little like closet area that I used to play hooky. When I played hooky, I would run over there. But I had like all these like metal posters everywhere. I don't remember what this is. There's probably something metal too. I was obsessed with metal back then. Let's see what else we got here. This I got a long time ago. This was a coin. This is a coin from the age of Constantine. It is an original. I bought it a long time ago. It's probably worth quite a bit now. Or maybe not. I mean, I think there were a lot of these, but it was worth the purchase. It's history, you know. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, here we go. This scroll here is what you find in a mezuzah. It says Shaddai, which means Almighty. Yeah, it's amazing. This is the text. But it has to be kosher. It has to be like perfect. This is actually an expired scroll, so that these aren't. They don't use these right now. I mean, obviously they have newer versions of this. So what else I got here? It's a picture of my father. I think he had to be in his 20s at that point. Let's see what I got here. Handcuffs. Well, you probably don't want to ask about that. Stay out of my business. Then another thing I found. I have two of these. Again, you probably don't want to ask what these are about. Well, they're just really nice. What else do I have here? And these. When I worked at Merrill Lynch, my friend, Bonnie, got me a job there. And as a token of congratulations, she got me these cufflinks that every trader would love. Let me try to get them out of here. And they're from Tiffany's. They have a bear and a bull. And that was during my Wall Street days. You know, I never wore them because I thought that they were just slightly a little gaudy. You know, I'm not really a jewelry person. Even though they were cufflinks, no one would ever see them. But it was a nice gesture, and I really appreciated them. And I kept them all this time. You know, but these are just some of the things that I found in my closet because I'm cleaning it out. And the reason why I'm cleaning out is the house in the country that I have. I'm expanding it. I'm sort of making it a little bigger. And so I have to bring stuff back here to the city. And so I'm making some room because I have a lot of shit here that I need to make room for. So, yeah. So that's it. So you got a glimpse into the early times of my life. I hope you enjoyed it. So mote it be.